The key hormone to break down fat is T3. It's thyroid. So now we got another thyroid point to remember. What happens to you as you get older, besides getting colder? What's the other little phenomenon that you can pretty much say happens to everybody as they get older? More wrinkled, yeah, thanks, okay. Fatter. We lose lean body, we get more fat mass. You might actually be skinny like me and have that happen, okay? You're switching one for the other. But certainly, a lot of us, if you go back and look at your picture for 30 years ago, you'll say, it's not quite the same. I put on more fat. Now, why is that? Is that because all you guys have been eating donuts and everything so much more? I don't think so. People, as they get older, actually eat more wisely than they did when they were younger. They watch it more. Actually, their appetites are less, aren't they? People that are 60, 70 years old don't eat like they did when they were 20 or 30. They actually eat less and more wisely, and yet they get fatter. What's that all about? That's what it's about. They do not transport the fat down into the cell as well. They don't burn this well. So they accumulate it over time. So that's a problem. But let's assume you're doing this okay. Now you got your oxygen in there, you got your fat in there. I told you glucose wasn't much of a problem. It normally isn't unless you have diabetes. Basically, glucose sort of eases its way in here, so typically these aren't the big players. These are really the big players. These are the ones we want to focus on. Glucose is a slam dunk. If you never ate glucose or carbohydrates for the rest of your life, that would be perfect. There's nothing going wrong with that. So now you got all your players in there, but is that the end game? Not really, because now they're all here, but what goes on in here is the next thing. So there's actually 4 aspects to this. Getting those 3 in, and then what goes on in the actual mitochondria, where the magic happens. And that's where you break down. I mean, if you have a lot of these mitochondria, you make more energy, right? If you have half as much, you make half as much energy. So it's the number of the mitochondria. Plus, it's the function of the mitochondria. How well is it working? If it's processing energy really efficiently, you get more of that. If it's not processing energy more efficiently, you get less energy. So what's going on in here? What are the things that influence this? We've already talked about them a little bit, but certainly hormones. Number 1, T3, thyroid. Number 1 is T3. But all the hormones, every single one of them, from testosterone to growth hormone to melatonin, you name them, they all play a role in how this mitochondria works. And what happens to our hormone levels as we get older? Do they go up? They increase? They like they were when you were 20? Not exactly. No, they're going down. It's part of the problem. Okay? Other things that the mitochondria need would be nutrients. We're going to talk about that in a sec because your need for a nutrient is probably more now than it was when you were 20. And I'll explain that to you in a little bit. There's this thing called toxins, specifically the heavy metals, lead, mercury, cadmium, arsenic. You've heard of these things. These toxins destroy mitochondria. They stop the function. And there's stress. And as unbelievable as it is, stress has a profound impact on what goes on in those mitochondria, and I'll tell you a few stories about that when we get to that. But there's one more part to the story before we leave this slide, and that is this little guy right in here. Everybody knows about free radicals. Did you know that you need free radicals to be alive? Does everybody know this? Yeah. An absolute necessity. If your cells stopped making free radicals, you'd be dead in maybe 3 minutes. You need free radicals. So this is all part of the process. This is a normal process. This is the way it was designed. The problem is this, though. If you don't do this very well, where does all this energy get shunted? Into free radicals. So it's a double whammy. It's not like I'm getting slapped in the face once. I'm getting slapped in the face twice. Number 1, I have less energy for that cell to function. Number 2, I have more bad guys running around ripping the cell to pieces. So just keep that in mind, and then we're going to tie all this together as we go along here. So that's kind of a diagram of, you know, what are you going to use all this energy for? Like everything. You know, how the organs function, your senses, how well you can smell, how well you can hear, how well you can see. What happens to all that as you get older? It doesn't work too well.